Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. We are November 21st. We're very happy to be here with all of you. Thank you so much for the beautiful comments, for the support. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, of course, and I'm here with my lovely sister, Sophie, who will be our oracle for tonight's show. How are you, Sophie?
I'm good, thank you. I'm hoping that everybody has a nice transition into this new energy and that you're slowly integrating all of those beautiful new downloads. I know this is a pretty big transition.
Pretty big one, and I guess you're referring to Pluto that just entered Aquarius 2 days ago. So if you haven't seen the other show that we did on Pluto in Aquarius, it is a truly fascinating show. So go watch this one on the channel. And while we're talking about the channel, please do make sure you like this video and you are subscribed to our channel, that we're trying to grow as much as possible here by creating new interesting shows, free shows for you guys. And of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our amazing shows. And we are also simulcasting this one on our new Rumble channel. So please join us over there as well. Make sure you like the video. That really helps us as well. So thank you so much, guys. Like the comments and all the love we receive really helps us in keeping going, creating more interesting content. And I picked up a lot of super interesting questions from you guys in the community. So I want to thank you also for that. And I think it's going to be a great one. So are you ready, Sophie?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Ready to play the game?
Yes.
All right, so we've talked about it briefly in the 5D deep dive, but last week, I believe I asked you about the full moon in Taurus, which was conjunct Uranus, which is the planet of ETs, UFOs. But I didn't say anything before I asked a question, and I asked you, what do you think is going to happen in the collective around this full moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus? And you said there's going to be an announcement surrounding NASA or UFOs and ETs in general. And as usual, you were pretty much on point, because there was a Congressional UFO hearing. Details alleged here: secret government programs, description of alien craft. So they were basically sort of telling the world in a very soft way that we've been in possession of alien technology for a while. It's not new. And I'm quoting here from someone who was at the congressional hearing that said that used to work for one of those programs. He said, non-human intelligence exists and has been interacting with humanity. This is not new. So I'm paraphrasing here. And he said, unelected people in the government there are unelected people in the government that are aware of that. So basically, they were talking about lots of secret programs that were being lied to about. Like, there's a lot of contact between ETs and humans, and also exchanges of technology. So that was like a huge, a huge news, because, like, as probably you guys know already watching this type of show, like, this is stuff that we've already known, but this has been like out there and on the mainstream, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for people that are less aware, let's say, of those interactions, it might have come as a shock. So my first question for the cards would be, why is this Congressional UFO hearing taking place right now, as Pluto is entering Aquarius, the sign of ETs and UFOs? So why now?
So we're entering a phase where we have conclusion and mask, where all of those things needs to come up. The secrecy cannot be sustained. First of all, I'm assuming that's because of the change of who is in the power. And this person is going to have a lot more of possibilities of revealing more stuff that is coming true. It says counterpart. It says, I will touch the deepest part of you. Yeah, it will access a lot of information that has been hidden very far away from people in control, or, that some people in control didn't search there because they knew that they could not reveal it, because that's not in their party values to reveal those things. But this new person is going to go into the details of what is hidden and probably reveal a lot.
And this is not something I plan of asking, but is this why JFK was murdered? Is it because of the alien stuff that he wanted to reveal?
Well, you're going to have a lot of comments saying that he is not being murdered, and we're not going to enter in this topic at all. But let's just see if whatever took place on that day was about this.
So you think people think that he wasn't murdered?
Mm-hmm.
It was natural?
No, some people say that it's fake.
In that sense. Okay, I get it.
Yes, exactly. So it's not just about the reveal, but it's about who they wanted to work with and not work with.
Okay.
So yes,
he was taken out of the picture.
Yeah, exactly. So it's to control to go back to your first question. It's to control the narrative and how this information is getting out.
Yeah. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. And by like talking about a lot of UFO and ETs in the mainstream news, are they sort of preparing the ground for the return of some group of aliens?
For sure. Patients and third parties. So there is a lot of stuff that a lot of species, I think, that is just waiting that we are ready. So it comes up a lot more. And we're going to learn that we are currently in a war. Yep, we're going to learn we're currently in a war, and that there is a lot more of stuff going on that we don't know. So very interesting. And also we're going to learn that there is among us species that are not human that has been so with this card of desire, I'm seeing like having children with human and hybrids. We're going to learn a lot through it.
Fascinating. And okay, I have an idea, but just for the sake of asking the cards, what's this war all about involving Earth and humans and ETs?
Okay, so we have bad health and we have books. So the keywords underneath this is ailing, running down, hospitalized, secrets, unknown, mystery. So there is species amongst us and not amongst us that doesn't want us to live anymore. And there is a lot more of secrets about our identity and where we come from and our power. That is also, some wants to hide it, some wants to reveal it. So
basically the depopulation agenda, because like we're not being controllable enough.
Yeah, or necessary anymore. That could be both.
We're not good slaves.
Yeah, absolutely. And the power, because the three cards that I have is, bad health, I have books, and we have the sun, which is power. Do you see this big ball of fire? This is the aggressivity that is growing also. So we have this kind of this need for more information. And this is not everybody, by the way. Some people in this community may think that everybody is waking up and wants to know more. Well, you say that because you're in this community and you're surrounded by amazing people. But we are all amazing watching here. But outside, mainly, we have people that doesn't want to know. But people in power now wants to have more clarity. And this is something that is going to come up a lot more with this age of Aquarius.
Well, a little bit like he said in the deep dive show in Pluto of Aquarius, it's like at some point, even if they don't want to know and they don't want to face like the new reality, they're going to have to, because like the mainstream is going to be showcasing all of this information. So they're going to fail the process of individualization, but still they're going to get on that train of of the new era, right?
Yeah. And everybody has their own timeline. Everybody has their own thing. So that's why we cannot make a general statement about this. But for sure, this is where we're heading for most of the people.
Woo! Okay, I love those questions, and I know like you're personally not like a huge fan of ETs and stuff. So when you say stuff about that, I'm like, wow, okay, that's pure channeling. Okay, can we ask the cards what kind of alien technology are those secret programs hiding?
Okay. And yeah, it's pure channeling also because I have no clue of what I'm saying.
You have no reference.
Not only that, but I'm not conscious. So if you ask me in 1 minute, I will not remember.
Yeah.
So what was your question?
Exactly. What alien technology are those secret programs hiding?
Okay.
What kind? Well, I'm assuming many type of technology, but like, what's the main important one?
The origin of man. I know that's not what you were going for, but this is what I have.
Awesome.
The knowledge of the origin of man is something that is being hidden. It's not like a technology, but this is something that is hidden from us.
Talking about DNA, so yeah, it is kind of technology.
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of.
And their secret of religion.
The secrets of religion.
Yeah. So the origin of our beliefs and everything, it's also being hidden. So let's go with more technology. Mind control, big time. Illnesses. So why do we have those in particular here? It's because that's the only thing so far that had matter for Earth and for humans. Now, Age of Aquarius is going to shift what, and we saw this, I think, in the last show that we did. Age of Aquarius is going to shift the focus towards, we're not just curious about things that are going to be able to defend human or to control humans. We're going to expand what we want to learn from other species for things that are going to bring us to more higher ground and more higher frequency and new ways of living, thinking. So that's where we're going to have more technology that is not going to be just for controlling and destroying, but instead for growing and evolving.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense. And it's fascinating to see because a lot of people are thinking that like the technology that they're hiding is more like interstellar type of technology, but it seems like it's all about like controlling the mind control, as you said, like making sure that we don't go and get a lot of wisdom about ourselves, where we come from. We don't get access to dormant DNA, quote. And it makes me think about the Adam and Eve mythology, which is all about like they wanted to get access to the tree of life, knowledge. The apple is knowledge. So, wow. Okay, amazing. Whew. Okay, next one. Oh, I forgot to put the category, but here we go. Next one, which is from Tim. So thank you, Tim. So here, the article says, police in Canada retrieve wreckage of downed octagonal UFO. So, and it's interesting, that was dated, I don't know if that's recent, but on that side it says on November 16th, so a few days ago. So, first of all, was the flying object that they're talking about of an extraterrestrial nature?
No.
It was human.
It was human attempt to make those kind of ships.
Yeah, I've heard that, like from what I've heard in the community, that it happens a lot. That
Okay.
they're like taking the technology and that making it seem like.
Yeah.
So, what was the purpose of being seen using alien technology or advanced technology?
So the first thing is fear. Let me just continue on this. Is there another thing? So ultimately, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get to other species with the technology. But so far, they're not having the best of luck with creating that technology because they're not open enough to recreate the right things. They're just focused on wars and destroying and everything.
The level of consciousness is not
Exactly
there in order to connect with the frequency that they need.
Exactly. So we do need to have a way more 5D evolution that is that it's needed to be able to access everything else.
So can we say that like we need to access more of our psychic gifts with that card in order to, let's say, control those technologies?
Yeah, it sounds like it's controlled by the mind. And
Yeah.
if you have also a lot of pollution in your energy field, you're going to be limited to what you can do.
Very interesting. Okay, I'm like connecting a lot of different theories here, which you know nothing about, I'm sure. So that's very, very interesting. Okay, next we're going to talk about mysteries. And thank you to Daniel G, who sent me this link. So he sent me lots of different pictures of headless men, and even on Wikipedia we can learn about this. So let's say maybe later, just to have this removed. Okay, thank you very much. All right, so apparently it is known that headless men have been roaming the earth. So did headless people exist in the past on Earth?
It says coming from far away, so not human, of course. And it says being destroyed. So on Earth, I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay. So basically they were too weak to survive here. So even if there was at some point they were taken out very easily, this is not the place for this kind of species.
Okay. Okay. And next question in the same very interesting. Like that was the first time I became aware of those headless men. A question from.
I just want to say that the timeline for this would have been like the Garden of Eve, because that's the card that I had, the garden. So it would have been the beginning of time, and lots of creatures were there in the beginning. Apparently, telling this because of the cards, and just the predators just killed a lot of the weakest things.
That makes a lot of sense. That not all creatures evolved and were able to survive the conditions. Okay, so I think you're gonna like the next one from Edward Kemp. So he says, if allowed by universe, can we know if Sophie is the reincarnation of the Oracle of Delphi, aka Pythia? He says namaste.
I think you need to pull some card on this, Julie, because I cannot do it for myself. It would be like,
I don't have my cards. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pull on that. So is Sophie the reincarnation of the Oracle of Delphi, aka Pythia? I think it is a yes.
Okay.
I have the Hangman. So a very clear channel, someone that is here as a mission to relay some messages from the other side, to be immobilized and to gain more consciousness from source. And this is what the Oracle of Delphi was doing. And then I have those two cards, which are very much like in the water. So cups, water, emotional, being very tapping into intuition. So I would say that's a yes. And also what I get from those two cards is that you went through an evolution of going from the knight to the king. So in this lifetime, you're even more powerful than when you were the Oracle of Delphi.
Wow. Well, I think the Oracle of Delphi had like drugs and everything to be able to access.
There is a theory, yeah, that says that there were kind of vapors that she was inhaling in order for us to go to another state. Yeah. So you don't need that in this lifetime.
I really don't.
Believe me, she has it naturally without any substance. Wow, thank you, Edward. That was a great question. Okay, next one. And also an interesting one from LS Shell Emma. Thank you, Emma, for this screen capture. So a lot of people have been saying that they saw orbs flying around me in the last 5D deep dive from last week, not from this week. So my question would be, why are there orbs flying around me? And it seems like there's many of them, those in the past weeks, days.
Okay.
So why? And if so, like, what kind of messages do they have?
Okay, I'm just going to tell it before I forget, and then I will show the cards. So it says that it's part of, there's a lot of people, basically. It says that in your past life, Julie, you have needed some support to achieve what you are trying to do in this life. And those are all the people that are supporting you and protecting you so you can achieve that level now. It says that they recognize you as somebody that they love from past lives, and they recognize you as, so there is your father too, so her father is there too, and they're protecting you from all of the bad energy that is around. You said the orbs, and we have again that card of the crystal ball, but this is like an orb. It basically doing what we do, we receive a lot of attacks. And those orbs are there to say, this time around, nothing can go through. This time around, nothing will stop us. And they are around you for this reason.
Oh, this is so beautiful. Thank you. Woo! I'll try not to cry. That was really beautiful. I do feel the support, so thank you. And thank you to all of you over here, which are also Earth angels. Okay. Woo! Next category, we're going to talk briefly about movies. And thank you to Daniel G, who sent me this question. So he wants to know if Frodo from The Lord of the Rings symbolically represents Jesus. So was it the intention of Tolkien when he wrote The Lord of the Rings to have this analogy? And I'm going to tell you why he's asking the question. He says they both choose to sacrifice themselves for others for a greater cause. They both go through temptation of power, the ring, all that stuff. They both have someone who betrayed them. Jesus have Judah, Frodo have Boromir. So basically he says it is a story about Jesus, his fight and temptation and sacrifice for humanity.
It says yes, but I don't think he realized while he was doing it. Basically, we have devotion, makeover, suspicion, action, and offer. I don't think he realized what he was doing while he was doing it. Yeah. I think this is a big yes, but it's also something that needed to happen in the world. So regardless of the effort he put in to make that story known, it was meant to be successful because it's to warn people of the power and to warn people to a certain product, especially that is happening in some of the spheres.
Wow. The danger of being corrupted to gain more power.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Related to children.
Okay, we're not going to say too much here, but you get what we're talking, I'm sure. And that's so interesting because, like, I'm guessing he had, let's say, a download from source because, like, he was on a mission to create the book in order to relate this story. And like whether or not he was aware that it was also connected to the archetype of Jesus, it's like an archetype that's already present in the collective unconscious. So he was like just picking from this frequency, if I'm
absolutely. And this was not going to just pass through his mind and leave his mind. He would have been under a lot of pressure to realize that that dream and to put that story in by writing. So just like with this Pluto shift right now, you may have some huge pressure to do a change in your life. He was under the same pressure.
Okay, well, thank you to you and to Tolkien, who produced an amazing series of books. All right, politics now, and this one is from Edward. So thank you, Edward. He sent me a video, or sent us in the community a video about a Hopi prophecy that talks about the man in the red hat. Okay, so go watch that video if you're interested in it. It's a really interesting one. The video talks about sort of a prominent figure in the Hopi culture who talks about a prophecy that a powerful nation in America and a leader that would lead its people to a bright new beginning. And like he talks about that this leader would have either a red hat or a red cape or something on the head. But he talks about the red hat more than once. And then he talks about how this leader would have important meetings with ETs as well and would lead the nation into a whole new beginning. Very interesting theory here. So I'd like to know, first of all, is the man in the red hat described by the Hopi prophecy indeed Trump?
Purge is the timing right now. Whip, creating some tension, consequences for whatever is resisting to letting go and what created bad stuff in the past. This commitment to move forward in a new timeline. And if I split the deck in two, we have the Star with Off-Worlders.
Okay, so very much destined.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! So that's very hopeful for everybody watching, I'm sure, because this Hopi prophecy really talks about the age of Aquarius, like how we're going to be going very quickly into a whole new era, a lot more positivity. So, and breaking free from the old politics and corrupted systems. So, yay! Very, very excited about this one. And talking about corrupted systems, we have a question here from Carolyn Bundenson. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Carolyn is asking, she says, "Dear Julie and Sophie, Australia is my home. I am wondering how long we have to wait to see positive changes in our government, like evil politicians being removed and all corruption coming down." So let's start with that. Like, how long will we see positive change in Australia?
The first card is Ethic. The second one is Balancing the Scales. And then we have Finances and a long term. Well, they're really trying to stay in power. So let me just pull some cards. They're really trying.
And a lot of people, I put that question in because a lot of people have wrote to us that they are from there and they're not yet seeing the positive changes of, let's say, Pluto and Aquarius. So, and it seems like the situation over there is not so good.
Yeah, I see it. We have 10 of Swords that is coming up. Okay, so basically, there is going to be one more thing that needs to be happening. So it comes up to accumulation. We're not there yet. I know it may feel like we are there. Mm-hmm. We're not there yet. There is a lot of immaturity of media. I mean, it's not immaturity, it's something else. But there is a lot of immaturity about how we deal with the situation, what is said about the situation, and this needs to change first.
So you mean about the people, not the leaders, right? Like, let's say mind control and naivety, is that how?
Yep.
Mind control and naivety that the people ruling are good. and have good intentions.
Exactly. So I just split the deck and we have 9 of Wands. So we're almost there. Just one more big thing to happen. And then the people are going to ask and demand for something changing. And we have the world showing up when I say that. So a lot more of rage is needed to change things, unfortunately. But we're almost there.
So, and I'm assuming it's kind of like when we ask a question to the cards and we get major arcana. So there's like a major domino that needs to fall before, so we cannot give really like a time span. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going to ask a final card for timing, but yeah, it says the strength. As long as this is not reaching a momentum, we're not going to have this energy to shift.
Yeah.
The mainstream narrative, and it needs to shift the mainstream narrative. So that one more big thing to happen, we gain that fire inside and we gain that strength to want to change things.
So people need to rebel before it can happen. Yeah. All right. So sending you lots of love, courage to all the people, your amazing people in Australia that are already awake and are waiting for that big change. Keep inspiring other people, keep shining your light, and we're sending you so much love and courage. Yeah, so before we continue with this amazing show, and let us know in the comments if you have, of course, anything you'd like to add or questions or comments about what the show so far. I just wanted to say that there's still a few days left if you'd like to take advantage of the 50% off promo that is with the code ASTRO50. That's only until November 24th. So until Sunday, this Sunday. This is the workshop that I created that is called Magical Placements in the Birth Chart. It is a quick workshop in order to let you know what is super interesting, what makes you special as a human being, as a starseed, in your birth chart by looking at specific things. So I tried to make it as concise as possible, even for people that are beginners in astrology and would like to understand what makes them special, what can you focus on in order to follow your life mission, to be more wealthy, to be more successful, and what do you have to offer in this new age of Aquarius based on your own specific, let's say, gifts and unique abilities. So check this out. I'm very proud of this workshop, and a lot of people have commented so far that they learned a lot of stuff. Even though some people knew a lot about astrology, they said, oh cool, I learned a lot about special placements. So check that out. The code is ASTRO50 and the link is down below in the description box if you're interested. All right, our next category is going to be health and body, and I wasn't supposed to add that to the show, but I just had like a strong, let's say, download about that recently. And also I want to thank Nana Love 777 because you inspired me this question by your comment. We're going to talk about hair. And she commented, I know your hair is an antenna. Dark forces may put bad energies on us. So I'd like to turn this into a question and ask to the cards, is our hair an antenna?
It's not the most powerful antenna if this is one. It can enhance a little bit, but this is not major. The rest of your energy, your energy in general is what is the most powerful one. For sure, that has been, that has some impact, for sure, but it's mainly the intention behind it that has the power or not. So for example, if you, for some of you already know, but some women that wanted to enter into Christianity, become a nun, they had their hair removed. And in some culture, you still have to hide it or cut it or anything. So this is more about your divine feminine power than per se an antenna.
Okay.
The intention matters.
Okay, so now let's ask the cards, what is the power of the hair for, let's say, a high priestess?
Okay.
or for tuning into your divine feminine energy?
Okay, so we have devotion, and we have talent, and we have the sun, and we have romance. That's interesting.
There's something there.
There's something there, that's for sure. I think it's protecting the divine masculine. I know it's really weird, but
It's
protecting the divine masculine. Like a woman could do some kind of, I'm leaving my energy with you, and it's kind of bounding people together. Really weird, but this is what I'm picking up on. It's that men has certain powers and women has certain other powers, and the hair is able to, you leave your energy with this other person, and it says masculine is going to require this energy, and a good intention, of course, to be protected. Really weird.
Well, we know that a lot of, let's say, hair was used in spells and witchcraft, good or bad. So that kind of makes sense in a weird way.
Very weird way.
Okay, let us know in the comments what you think, because I love to read them. Next question from Tim. We're going to talk about crystals, and he asks, what is the nature of the spirit in crystals? Is it sentient energy or like a soul? So what kind of energy is present in a crystal?
There's a lot of different cards there. Okay. So again, there could be a lot of different things. The intentions matter. Where and how it was removed from its original location is also something that's going to impact the vibration of it. Some souls can be interfering with crystals. I think we had that previously with the skull one, and many questions arose with this one. So I'm just going to clarify because it's coming up again with this one. So it's not going to be all skull crystal that has a soul in it. It's that it feels comfortable for a soul that is stuck in between, because it looks like a body, and it could be, it's powerful, a crystal, so they could more easily feel like this is my place to be in.
Okay.
It's not all crystal. Intentions matter. If you clarify, if you purify them, it's already better. Same thing with your crystal, whatever you have. It's going to need some cleansing. Often you're going to have to put good intention in it. And it's act like its soulmate. So your crystals are predestined to one particular soul at a moment in their life. Sometimes it's going to shift. Somebody else is going to need it, and you're going to give it to somebody else. But they're acting like a soulmate. They're here to help you in certain moment in your life, to help you to reach another point. So good energy, sometimes bad energy, sometimes when it's not purified and when the intention or the event are bad around.
Okay, I love it. Soulmate. Wow. Okay, good question. And next, we're going to talk briefly about rainbows. So from Lulu Ong, thank you for your question. What, and I'm putting my little image here. So what is the real meaning, purpose of rainbows? So they say it was mentioned in the Bible as a sign of covenant between God and earth. And then there is the LGBTQ++ community uses rainbow colors to represent them. Is there any connection? Is that good or bad? So let's just start by asking, what's the real, let's say, power of the rainbow, and what is it doing, spiritually speaking?
And it was used also in a 2020 word I will not name.
Right. Was it everywhere, or was it just here?
I think that was just Quebec, but let us know if you had that symbol too. But here in Quebec, everybody used that symbol like with the sentence in French that said basically everything will be okay.
Yeah.
And people were just, at least I was sick of it.
And I love rainbows, but at that point I was just like fed up with seeing them. Ça va bien aller.
Yeah.
Let us know if that was just in Quebec or if also that happened elsewhere.
Okay, what is a true energy of a rainbow?
Power of the rainbow.
It says every time the light is winning over the darkness, we have this to symbolize things will be better. So it's truly that symbol of things will be better, but it could be hijacked, of course, in the symbols. But it's every time that the good is winning over the bad, we get that symbol. So when you see a rainbow, just know that to keep your hope, to keep your faith, and this is just something that is positive. And I can show you the cards, but it's maybe not going to talk about the same things that I'm seeing. But we have abandon, we have the snake, we have the rich woman, and we have the revenge, the forbidden planet, and we have a return. So through the channeling, I'm really saying that this is every time that the good is winning on the bad. Yeah.
Can we now ask why was it being used, or why is it being used as the LGBTQ plus flag? Are they trying to reverse the significance of it, or?
Yeah. So basically, it's being used. It says suspect and distraction and soul family. It's being used because in the collective subconscious, we see this as a very positive thing against obstacles. So it's to use this symbol to break down obstacles and to use a collective subconscious on this.
Okay, another one on this subject, because I went to Peru recently, and the old capital of the Inca civilization is Cusco, and the flag of Cusco really resembles the other flag. The only exception is that they have like an Inca symbol in the middle. So why did the Cusco flag use the rainbow? What is their reason?
It's the same thing. It's overcoming past things. So we have baggages from the past, we have forgiveness, and we have the fox. So it says that basically whatever happened in the past, we are going to win and we are smarter. So it's almost to repulse the bad and to say we're stronger now.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. That was a bit weird at first because I was like, is it like a gay city? What's going on here? But then I was like, no, it's probably before the LGBTQ flag. All right, now let's talk a little bit about nutrition, because there has been a lot of comments about when we talked about blood types and diet. Lots of comments on this one. And I know this is truly fascinating. And a lot of people in the community has been puzzled because technically the O blood type needs more meat because it's like they say here, the hunter type. And Denise in the community is asking, she said, by the way, thank you, Julie and Sophie, for 2 more brilliant 5D show. I'm confused about blood type and diet. I am O positive, but have been repulsed by putting meat into my body since I was a child. I feel so much better on a plant-based diet. I am also very sensitive to EMF, etc. Can you explain this for me, please? And also, she's not the only one. A lot of people have also commented that they were also O blood type and that they couldn't eat meat. So is that like a frequency thing? Like, how can we explain that O people are not able to eat meat?
Yeah, let's look. That's interesting. Community. Yeah, your frequency is higher. That also comes by as you are older souls, because we have the elephant. You are wiser souls. Not to say that people who eat meat are different, but just because you do have a lot of past lives that you probably didn't eat meat in this, and through experience you just had a different view on either the act of eating meat or the effect it has on your spirituality.
It's not like a physical thing, it's more like a spiritual thing, or like memories also from past lives.
It's 100% spiritual. Let me just see. Yeah, we have rejection, we have fighting, we have conflict. It's a thing of vibration and not a thing of body, which is really strange. I never heard about this, but that's super interesting that we have this feedback for you guys. Thank you. So I know a lot of people who are not able to go without meat and that are type O. I guess it was just not the right the frequency that is to the same level. So I just want to say this. You have different experiences, and people have all of their needs different. People have their own spiritual needs, physical need, emotional need different. So just follow what makes sense for you. Probably you were vegetarian in past life. Probably you had experiences maybe as animals yourself, things like that. But if your own need is to eat meat, because you need to respect what your body needs.
Yeah. Wow, that's fascinating. There's been so much talk about in the spiritual community about meat, no meat. At first, it was like everybody was going vegan, and then everybody now, well, not everybody, but a whole lot of people now are saying that actually they're like full on keto diet, eating meat, and vegetables are bad now. So there's so many theories. We're probably going to dive into even more in future ones because there's a lot of questions there. But can we just ask, I'm curious, what's the effect of meat on spiritual evolution?
Yeah,
Is there an effect?
That's exactly where my mind were. So okay. We have pleasure and ethics as the first card. We have reinvention. So this could be the awakening or past life. We have the blockage, and we have the mask. So yeah, we have refocus and the material world. Listen, I'm vegetarian, okay? So I'm just reading the cards here. This is not from my judgment, but I have to state that from the cards, it seems to say, and you let me know in a comment how you feel about this. This is not my personal judgment, but it says that two things. It blocks your evolution. It blocks it. So we have not only the blockage, but we have the mask. It hides it if you eat some. It blocks it if you eat a lot. It's not going to be the best for your evolution, but we have this need of metals. We have this need of some of the nutriments. If your body craves it, do not stop it, because you need that grounding. You are maybe either not in a place in your life where you are getting enough from external source, or you're maybe in a place where your body is craving this because it's craving this, and respect your cravings. But in terms of just spirituality, it says it's kind of blocking the evolution.
So by blocking, are we saying that like it's really blocking or slowing down?
It says compromise. So I would say it's you're kind of interfering. It's interfering with your spirituality. Yeah,
it's keeping you more in a survival mode.
It's keeping you more on a vibration of 3D and not 5D. Like I said, you go with your needs, but there is something there that is slowing down the accessibility to source?
Well, I'm pretty sure it's gonna create a whole controversy. So
I know, I'm
if
sorry.
you're just reading the cards, don't take it personal. Do whatever makes you happy. Respect your body. It's all good. We're all making different choices. For me, I was vegetarian a few years ago, but I've never at some point I didn't want to eat meat anymore. Like my body was just like, nah, I'm done with it. But I wanted to keep eating fish, so I'm technically a pescatarian. And my body feels good with that. So you do you, and no judgment here. So let us know.
And I never wanted to stop the meat. I did because I felt sick every time. But I was never a big lover of meat anyway, but I didn't want to stop. So, I mean, everybody has their own journey, but yeah, the cards are saying, Naomi, the card, don't hate me. The cards are saying that it's stopping and blocking your evolution in terms of connecting with source, not your evolution in karma and in...
Yeah, in terms of like also projecting yourself in the 5D, right?
Yeah.
Like because you're more sticking to the 3D material world. Okay, let us know what you think. I'm pretty sure there's going to be lots of comments about this one. Okay, next one, and I think we're going to create another controversy here.
Oh,
because yeah, I know a lot of people don't want to hear about it, but I'm here to put it in your face because Joy has sent me a great question. Thank you, Joy. Is coffee a way to make people on Earth more accepting to suggestions? And she says, is coffee a way to separate humans from their connection to the divine? And also, does coffee affect the pineal gland? So
what's the effect of coffee on the...
Let's just start with what's the effect of coffee on the spiritual realm, in the spiritual realm.
People are going to hate me about all of those things after this episode, Julie.
I'm sorry, but we're here to tell the truth. So. Take it or leave it. We're just here as messengers.
What's the effect of coffee?
And you first, because you love coffee.
I love it, but I stopped it a year ago. It's one of the tests.
Spiritual evolution journey, you mean?
Yeah. So the first card is commitment. Then we have independence and leader. We have insight, psychic. We have I will make you accountable. And we have a kind of a more of a depressing card here and being stuck. So it's a card on, at first you want to really affect your energy, but a kind of accumulation process in your body of something, I don't know which part, is going to affect your psychic abilities. And there is something that is going to keep you stuck. So again, that kind of slowing down your evolution in terms of connection with source and not like karma and everything. And we have the Fool, the Magician, and the High Priestess. When you let go of it, you're able to create more and you're able to be more psychic.
And that I don't have exactly the comment that Joy posted on the community, but it was such a great one because she said that is like the most accepted addiction in the world. But if you
sugar is.
But I feel like people are more conscious that sugar is bad now than coffee. Coffee is like, you can be super spiritual and you let go of everything, but people are like, but I need my coffee, right? Yeah. So it's like the last one standing, and I feel, in my opinion, from what I don't drink coffee, but like from what I hear around me, they're like, oh, like I changed my toothpaste, I changed this, that, all my products, but the coffee, like I need to live with it. I can't live without it.
You don't understand how good it is.
No, I don't, because like the smell from a young age was just like repulsing to me. I love tea, but I'm not a coffee person. But okay, so let's ask one of our questions here. So basically, you were saying that yes, it stops. it blocks some of your psychic abilities.
Oh yeah, big time. Your third eye and your throat chakra and your psychic abilities.
So yes, to the question that is it affecting the pineal gland? Yes, because the pineal gland is directly linked to your intuition. And was it like a plan, an agenda to make like the coffee available worldwide to separate humans from their connection to the divine? I think we have a clear answer here. Sorry, people. Sorry, coffee lovers. So, okay, what can we say to the coffee lovers out there? What can they do on a practical level to stop this addiction, to make it better? What can they do?
You know that 99% of people loving coffee are going to say, whatever, I'm not quitting my coffee.
It's fine. It's a choice. We all have timelines, Pluto and Aquarius.
Okay.
We're just presenting the information. You do you.
Well, it says new direction, and then I have a bunch of really horrible cards if you don't change direction. So, I mean, this is a big lesson, and it affects your physical health. It affects your, I have this card. It affects, your smile and everything. It affects, your energy is crashing. You're in a fog. This is what we have there. Your energy is crashing. We're in a fog. And then mental health is not going to be the best. And then it says it's a big lesson to see all of those signs. And are you able to be disciplined enough to change your ways or not? And it says going in a new direction. It's basically a need to have a ritual and something that is comforting and something that is making you feel like you are fully in the present moment.
Okay, since we're already in the controversy of it all, let's finish the show with a bang. Are you ready?
No, I'm not.
Okay, let's go anyway. Okay, so Mary, great question from Mary L. She says, any insights on the Elohim?
Oh God.
There is a truther community that is saying that the Elohim and angels are not what they seem. But when I pull cards, I am not getting this. And I chose that because we had a lot of comments like yours, Mary. So thank you for asking. She said maybe the dark forces are using them for the negative. Just curious as to what Sophie's cards will pull, and both her and Julie's insight. Thank you. So let's just ask first, are there real angels that are positive? Do they exist?
Right. Okay. Let's check the second row.
I feel like it might be the Pluto and Aquarius in me that's like wants to steer it all.
Thank you. Okay. The angels, as we have this vision of the angels, it says that there is a big war where they're being depopulated. I know, you asked for it. And and it says that the angels, as we perceive angels, they are most like the cherubs and the children that dies very early on and our loved ones that dies. In that sense, yes. Otherwise, there is a big war that depopulates the angels right now. What?
Okay, so depopulate the angels. Depopulate the good angels or the make-believe angels? Huh?
Depopulate the good angels.
Okay, by the make-believe Elohim that are trying to.
don't know what is fighting this. So let me just see what is happening there.
What's happening in this war?
Ace of Swords, Three of Cups reverse, and the Justice, Devil. There was a lot of corruption, and this Pluto is affecting the 5D2, and the war is basically depopulating what we perceive as good angels that have been doing not so good things right now.
Let me make sure I understand this. So there has been good ones that are mostly the sheriffs, is that how we say it?
Yeah, so the good ones, we can put that aside, I think, for now, but just so you know, the good ones that we all probably know the names and everything, and we have the pictures growing up of those angels, okay. They are in a war with kind of being accountable for all of the things that they are being doing that are not so great because of lately corruption and everything in the angel realms.
But just to make sure, like, let's say you're talking about Archangel Michael and all those people, are those people good or they're being compromised?
I would have to do one by one because that's in that kind of a realm that we have that corruption. But the cherubs and our loved ones that died, they are what we see as the energy of angels right now because they're not in the bad energy of it.
Can we ask for Archangel Michael? Like,
yeah. I'm scared.
What team is he playing for?
What do you see with this?
Maybe pull another. I see bad things. Okay, not so bad. It's not like it's not like a decisive good thing.
I think I know. Let me check something here. I think I know.
Is he working for like 5D politics?
Let me just check something here. Yeah, okay. That makes so much more sense. Thank you so much. Okay. The angel have been incarnated. So that's why we have this, they are incarnated at this time. So that's why we can still communicate with them, but that's why we have this judgment of corruption. It's because they're in human form at this moment. And basically, this is the corruption system. They're going through tests themselves because of this big age of Aquarius going on. And that's, I asked, are they incarnated? We have Ace of Pentacles, and this is the only card that we consider
material.
Yeah, it's something that goes from the 5D to the 3D and materialize. And I would have taken the Ace of Swords too, but this is the most yes of the cards on this topic. And we have the baby being born. I mean, how can you not see that this is a yes? And we have the Fool. They're starting a new journey. So it explains so much. So that's why they are mainly incarnated here on this time, and they are going through the test of corruption and everything. It's better, right?
Yeah, it's better. So, okay, to answer Mary L's question, so basically they are make-believe also, like bad entities that are trying to disguise themselves as angel but are not benevolent.
Oh, but that's for sure. If you try to communicate with the other side and people say like, I'm archangel or I'm angel, blah, blah, you have to ask, are you truly divine and sacred level? And if you don't hear a yes right away, it's a no. If you hear something and then yes later on, it's a no. Yeah.
So there's also a war in that realm.
Well, I think
careful who you let's say who you name maybe in your prayers of protection. You want to make sure that they are truly sacred and divine, as you said, right?
I really think that seeing all of this and understanding what this card of justice and everything is, I don't think it's per se war as I thought initially. I think it's just because now they have to go through they're all going through reincarnation here, and this is the war thing. This is the are you truly going to I just understand. Are you truly going to go through all of those big tests and stay to your level? Because our generation and the next ones during this Pluto and Aquarius era, we are going to have the potential of becoming angels too because of what we are doing on Earth. So they are just testing everybody on the same level. And this is the test right now. And those who are passing this test becomes that angel.
To be able to guide and support other light workers.
Yeah.
Woo! This is crazy. We're all in the big test. We're passing one of the big exams right now.
Yeah.
If not the final one. I don't know. Wow. Okay. Truly, truly amazing. Thank you so much, Sophie, for that. I'm sure you're tired after all of this channeling. And I want to tell everybody here that Sophie's truly amazing. As you can see, if you'd like to get your own one-on-one consultation, you can do it on the website on maisonjupiter.com right now. Please don't forget to use your 10% off discount code. This is Jupiter. The link will be down below in the description box if you'd like to book with her, and you'll have the choice between the 1-hour tarot reading and the 1-hour past lives reading, depending on what do you want to explore with your personal life and your questions. And of course, you can ask all of the questions that you want about career, love, health, family, the choices you need to make in this Pluto of Aquarius timeline shift, and much more. So thank you so much. Yeah, I said that already. So thank you guys. Make sure you like this video if you did enjoy the content, of course, and make sure you are subscribed to our channels. It really, really helps us into creating more shows like this one for you. And if you didn't watch the Pluto in Aquarius one 2 days ago, please go back, and we'll do also the part 2 next week. And please do continue sending your questions for this show. It gets more and more interesting every week. So thank you everybody for your support. Thank you, Sophie, for being such an amazing oracle. And we'll see you next week. Bye everybody.